Today, we're diving deep into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to uncover 10 powerful lessons that are just as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. Whether you're facing challenges at work, in your relationships, or just feeling stuck in life, these Stoic principles can help you find clarity, resilience, and purpose. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately." In a world that's constantly changing and full of stressors, Stoicism offers us a timeless guide for navigating life with wisdom and grace. So get ready to take notes, because we're about to explore 10 life-changing Stoic lessons that have the power to transform your mindset and your life. Let's dive in. Reframe adversity as opportunity. The Stoics were masters at flipping hardships into fuel for growth and transformation. They believed that challenges are not barriers, but stepping stones to a stronger, wiser version of ourselves. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very things that seem to oppose us can be harnessed for our benefit and progress. Think back to a time when you overcame a major obstacle, a health crisis, a financial setback, a relationship ending. Didn't you emerge on the other side with new insight, skills, or resolve? Adversity is often our greatest teacher if we're willing to embrace the lessons. So the next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, how can I use this to learn and grow? What strengths can I develop in the process? Where are the hidden opportunities here? By reframing adversity, you open yourself to its transformative power. Take an objective view. When we're in the thick of a personal struggle, it's easy to get swept up in our own emotional turmoil. We can lose perspective and let our thoughts spiral into catastrophizing or self-pity. The Stoics advocated taking a step back to view our situation more objectively, as if from a distance, or through the eyes of an impartial observer. Marcus Aurelius recommended, "You can get rid of many useless things among those that disturb you, for they lie entirely in your imagination. And you will then gain for yourself ample space by comprehending the whole universe in your mind and by contemplating the eternity of time." When we zoom out like this, we start to see our problems in a larger context. We recognize that pain and difficulty are universal human experiences. Our situation may not be as dire or unique as it feels in the heat of the moment. This expanded perspective can provide a sense of solidarity, proportion. It allows us to respond to challenges with greater equanimity and resilience. Align your actions with virtue. The Stoics believed that the path to fulfillment lies in living virtuously. They identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. By aligning our choices and behaviors with these timeless virtues, we become more grounded, purposeful, and resilient in the face of adversity. We're able to meet challenges with our highest selves. For example, when faced with a moral dilemma or tough decision, we can ask, what is the wise thing to do here? What would be most fair and just to all involved? How can I act with courage and integrity, even if it's hard? What if I responded to this obstacle with self-discipline and grace? Using the virtues as our inner compass helps us navigate stormy seas with principle and poise. We're less likely to be thrown off course by external chaos. As Seneca wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Of course, this doesn't mean we'll never make mistakes or face inner battles. But by continually reaching for wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline, we mold ourselves into stronger, more honorable human beings. And that makes us more resilient in the face of anything life throws our way. Practice self-reflection. The Stoics were big proponents of self-reflection and journaling as tools for personal growth and self-mastery. They believed that by regularly examining our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we gain self-awareness and the ability to course correct. Seneca advised, "The spirit ought to be brought up for examination daily. I pass the whole day in review before myself, and repeat all that I have said and done. I conceal nothing from myself, and omit nothing, for why should I be afraid of any of my shortcomings when it is in my power to say, I pardon you this time. See that you never do that anymore." Try setting aside time each day to reflect on your experiences. You might journal, meditate, or simply contemplate in silence. Ask yourself questions like, when did I act with integrity today? When did I fall short? What triggered me to react unskillfully? How could I handle that differently next time? Approach this practice with curiosity and self-compassion, not harsh judgment. The goal is not perfection, but progress. As Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Embrace the discomfort of honest self-reckoning. Cultivate self-reliance. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-sufficiency and inner strength. They believed that we shouldn't depend on external things for our sense of well-being or worth. True joy and peace come from within. Seneca wrote, "The wise man is self-sufficient and cannot be injured by external circumstances." This doesn't mean we should never rely on others or appreciate their support. But our happiness and self-esteem shouldn't be contingent on other people or material things. Cultivate a strong relationship with yourself. Take responsibility for your own healing and growth. Develop your skills, pursue meaningful goals, and practice excellent self-care. Learn to validate and encourage yourself from the inside out. When you're rooted in your own worth and capabilities, you become more resilient to life's ups and downs. You're less likely to be devastated by rejection, failure, or loss. You trust yourself to handle whatever comes. As Marcus Aurelius put it, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Self-reliance is the ultimate superpower. Memento mori. The Stoics used the Latin phrase memento mori, which means remember you will die, as a powerful tool for living with perspective and purpose. By regularly contemplating our own mortality, we cut through the non-essentials and get clear on what really matters. Try keeping a memento mori, like a skull or other symbol of impermanence, in your workspace as a daily reminder to make the most of your precious time. Ask yourself, if this were my last day on earth, what would I want to focus on? What would I let go of? How would I show up? When we remember that our time is finite, we're more likely to prioritize what's truly important and let go of petty concerns. We take bold action toward our dreams. We express our love and appreciation more freely. We savor the beauty of ordinary moments. Memento mori may sound morbid, but it's actually an invitation to live more fully and courageously. As Seneca wrote, let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books. Each day, the one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. Amor fati. Amor fati is a Latin phrase that means love of fate. It's the Stoic idea of accepting and even embracing whatever happens, trusting that we can work with it and wrest meaning from it. Instead of resisting or bemoaning our lot in life, we lean into it with a spirit of determination and curiosity. We don't have to like our circumstances, but we can choose to accept and make the best of them, knowing we have the inner resources to handle what comes. Nietzsche expressed amor fati when he proclaimed, "I want to learn more and more to see as beautiful what is necessary in things. Then I shall be one of those who makes things beautiful. Amor fati, let that be my love henceforth." This isn't a passive resignation, but an active, empowered stance toward life. We become alchemists, transforming lead in gold. We trust in our resilience and capacity for growth. We say yes to the full catastrophe of being human. When we embrace amor fati, we're more likely to find meaning and opportunity in even the toughest situations. We waste less energy fighting against reality, and more energy creating something good from it. We're more adaptable, creative, and emotionally flexible. Serve the greater good. The Stoics believed that we have an obligation to contribute to the welfare of humankind. They saw themselves as citizens of the world, with a duty to make it a bit better through their thoughts and actions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees." In other words, what hurts the collective hurts the individual. We're all interconnected. Consider how you might use your gifts and resources to be of service. How can you make a positive impact, however small, in your family, community, or world? What legacy do you want to leave? When we orient ourselves towards serving the greater good, we imbue our lives with meaning and purpose. We're more motivated to grow and give our best. We feel part of something larger than ourselves. Acts of service and generosity ennoble us and heal the world. As Seneca said, we should give as we would receive, cheerfully, quickly, and without hesitation, or there is no grace in a benefit that sticks to the fingers. Be a force for good and watch your own life expand. Commit to the long game. Finally, the Stoics took the long view of things. They didn't expect perfection or quick fixes, but committed to the lifelong journey of character development and virtuous living. Epictetus taught, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." The same is true for our personal growth and endeavors. Meaningful change happens through small, consistent steps taken over time. We're all works in progress, learning and evolving until our very last breath. So be patient and persistent in your practice of Stoic principles. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate your wins and learn from your stumbles. Trust the gradual unfolding of your highest self. Remember, the goal is not an end point, but the journey itself, a journey of continual self-mastery, virtue, and service. As Seneca wrote, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Focus on what you can control. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, recognizing what is within our power to change and what is not. The Stoics emphasized that while we can't control external events, we can control our own thoughts, beliefs, judgments, and actions. Epictetus taught, "The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself, which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control." When faced with challenges or difficult circumstances, ask yourself, What is within my sphere of influence here? What constructive steps can I take, even if small? How can I reframe this obstacle as an opportunity to practice wisdom and strength of character? By focusing your energy on what you can impact, you shift from a passive victim mentality to an active, empowered mindset. You're no longer at the mercy of outside forces, but are choosing how to think and respond. I hope this deep dive into Stoic wisdom has given you some practical tools and perspectives to navigate life with greater clarity, resilience, and purpose. Remember, Stoicism isn't about repressing emotions or becoming an unfeeling robot. It's about developing the inner strength, wisdom, and flexibility to handle whatever comes your way with grace.